Maureen McCormick, known to millions as Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch, was born Maureen Denise McCormick on August 5, 1956, in Encino, California. Growing up in a middle-class family, she showed a passion for performance from a young age. Her natural charisma, bright personality, and youthful confidence made her a perfect fit for show business. By the time she was a teenager, McCormick had already begun appearing in commercials and small television roles, quickly becoming a recognizable face in American households. Her life changed forever at age 12 when she was cast as the eldest daughter in the Brady Bunch. The show premiered in 1969, offering wholesome family entertainment and a vision of American domestic life that resonated deeply with audiences. McCormick's character, Marsha Brady, was the epitome of the all-American girl, beautiful, confident, kind, and popular, yet still vulnerable and relatable. Her iconic line, "Marsha, Marsha, Marsha," became a cultural touchstone, symbolizing sibling rivalry and the show's enduring humor. Through her performance, McCormick brought warmth and charm to the Brady family, helping the show become a beloved part of television history. Even decades after its original run ended in 1974, reruns and spin-offs continued to bring Marsha Brady to new generations, solidifying Maureen McCormick as a fixture in American pop culture. Despite her youthful glow on screen, McCormick's life behind the scenes was far more complicated. As the Brady Bunch gained international popularity, McCormick faced the challenges that come with early fame. The pressure to remain perfect, both physically and emotionally, took a toll. After the show ended, she found herself struggling to transition into adult roles. Hollywood's typecasting of her as the good girl made it difficult for her to break out of the Marsha Brady mold. Nevertheless, McCormick tried to reinvent herself. She appeared in guest roles on popular shows such as Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Happy Days, and The Streets of San Francisco. These appearances gave her an opportunity to display versatility and explore characters beyond the smiling teen icon fans remembered. She also worked in films like A Vacation in Hell, 1979, The Idolmaker, 1980, and Return to Horror High, 1987, expanding her acting range and proving her adaptability. Each project helped McCormick reconnect with audiences while demonstrating that she was capable of far more than TV comedy. But as her career faced ups and downs, McCormick's personal life began to unravel. The fame that had brought her adoration also brought isolation, anxiety, and insecurities. Like many young stars of her era, she fell into addiction. In her candid memoir, Here's the Story, Surviving Marsha Brady and Finding My True Voice, McCormick shared her battles with cocaine, depression, and bulimia. She wrote of how fame, public scrutiny, and her own unresolved emotions spiraled into destructive habits. At her lowest, she missed auditions, canceled appearances, and alienated friends. The irony was painful. The girl who played America's perfect daughter was struggling to survive her own adulthood. Her downfall wasn't just tabloid fodder. It was the story of a woman trying to reclaim herself. Therapy and rehabilitation became her lifeline. The turning point in McCormick's life came in 1985 when she married actor Michael Cummings. Cummings provided her with unwavering love and stability during a time when she desperately needed both. His steadfast presence helped her rebuild her self-esteem and gave her the courage to focus on recovery. Their marriage marked a new beginning, a grounded contrast to the chaos of her earlier years. When their daughter, Natalie Michelle, was born in 1989, McCormick found a renewed sense of purpose. Motherhood motivated her to seek balance and clarity, offering her a reason to fully embrace sobriety and mental health treatment. With therapy, medication, and family support, McCormick made remarkable progress. She entered a period of reflection and growth, finding joy not in fame, but in honest living. She credited antidepressants, particularly Prozac, and faith for helping her cope with depression. Meanwhile, her Brady Bunch castmates remained an extension of her family. They had shared the unique experience of growing up on screen together, and their enduring friendships reminded her that she wasn't alone. Though she kept working in Hollywood, McCormick also began exploring other creative pursuits. In 1995, she recorded a country music album, When You Get a Little Lonely, and years later returned to television in a string of reality programs that reintroduced her to a new audience. Her warmth and authenticity shone through on shows like Celebrity Fit Club, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and Dancing with the Stars. In each, she spoke openly about her past struggles, motivating others who faced similar challenges. She also co-hosted a home renovation show, Frozen in Time, combining her love for nostalgia and design. Even as her public reputation recovered, McCormick continued to confront her past with courage and honesty. One of the most enduring mysteries surrounding her youth involved her rumored connection with teen idol David Cassidy, star of the Partridge Family. For decades, fans speculated about whether McCormick and Cassidy had shared a romantic relationship during the height of their fame in the early 1970s. McCormick typically avoided addressing it, choosing to focus on her career and family. However, at age 69, she finally opened up about what truly happened between them. She revealed that she and Cassidy first met at public events when both were at the pinnacle of teen superstardom. Cassidy, with his boyish charm and magnetic on-screen presence as Keith Partridge, was America's heartthrob. McCormick, meanwhile, was television's golden girl, wholesome, relatable, and adored by millions. Their encounters were frequent and often surrounded by the chaos of fame. According to McCormick, the pressures of being constantly watched and expected to maintain a perfect image brought them closer. Everywhere we went, there were crowds, screaming fans, people who expected us to be perfect, she said. It was intoxicating, but also incredibly isolating. They bonded over their shared experiences, finding in each other a rare understanding that only another teen star could provide. What began as friendship eventually developed into something deeper. Yes, David and I had a connection, McCormick admitted. It wasn't a long romance, but it was very real in that moment. He made me laugh. He made me feel seen. And he was someone I could trust when the cameras weren't rolling. Their relationship was tender yet secretive, constrained by the image their studios and agents demanded they project. In that era, publicists wanted their stars to appear untouchable, free of scandal or ordinary emotion. Had the relationship been exposed, it could have jeopardized both of their careers. Back then, they wanted fantasy, McCormick explained. They didn't want their teen idols to have normal relationships. Despite the secrecy, their bond left a lasting mark on her. When Cassidy's life later spiraled due to alcoholism and personal struggles, McCormick watched with empathy and sadness. "I wish I could have been there more for him," she admitted. "David had such a beautiful soul, but fame is brutal. It lifts you up and then it can crush you. I knew what that felt like." She saw her own past reflected in his, a young star burdened by impossible expectations, numbing the pain through self-destructive choices. In Cassidy's decline, McCormick recognized how survival in show business often depended less on talent than on emotional resilience. Her decision to finally share her side of the story was not about scandal or gossip. It was about acknowledgement. It wasn't about headlines, she explained. It was about two kids who found each other in a crazy world and shared something real. Her words carried both gratitude and melancholy, describing a moment in time when mutual understanding meant more than any public affection could. The connection was fleeting, but for McCormick, it remained a cherished memory of innocence amid chaos. Speaking at 69, McCormick's reflections revealed not only emotional maturity, but also a broader understanding of fame's dual nature. She wanted fans to remember that behind the glossy posters and magazine covers, stars like Cassidy were simply people, sensitive and flawed, but deeply human. "David was so much more than the posters on teenage bedroom walls," she said. "He was funny, generous, and carried a lot more weight on his shoulders than anyone knew." Her comments offered a poignant reminder of the humanity often lost behind celebrity personas. Both McCormick and Cassidy embodied the paradox of young fame, adored by millions, yet profoundly lonely. Their stories mirrored the cultural complexities of the 1970s, an era that worshipped youth and beauty, but often neglected the emotional well-being of those thrust into its spotlight. Today, McCormick's life stands as a testament to resilience. Her journey from child stardom to addiction and redemption underscores how fame can distort identity, but also how self-awareness and love can rebuild it. She continues to act occasionally, but her focus has shifted toward family and personal growth. She often speaks about the importance of mental health, self-forgiveness, and breaking the stigma surrounding addiction. Her story resonates far beyond television nostalgia. It reminds audiences that the quest for perfection, whether on screen or off, can be destructive, and that healing begins with vulnerability and honesty. Maureen McCormick has spent decades redefining herself, not as Marsha Brady, but as a woman who endured hardship and emerged stronger. Her long-awaited admission about David Cassidy, delivered with grace rather than sensationalism, offered not just closure for fans, but a window into the private heart of someone who has survived both the glamour and the darkness of fame. The truth is simple, she concluded. David Cassidy was special to me, and that's something I'll cherish forever. Those words encapsulated not just a long-secret relationship, but also McCormick's lifelong journey toward peace, an acknowledgement that both love and pain shape who we become. At 69, she is finally telling her story on her own terms, not as the perfect Marsha Brady, but as Maureen, the survivor, the mother, the woman who found her true voice.